What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB here today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac season 4. I think this is episode 7, and the episode was titled Salty Behavior. So you guys, without further ado, we're going to just go ahead and jump right into the notes of this week's episode. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to start this episode with Robin, who ain't had shit going this week. So Robin will be super duper easy. So, before I really start talking about Robin, Gizelle kind of segued into us getting into Robin because, and I'm going to get into how Gizelle got us into it because I guess I'll do Gizelle after I talk about Robin. But, Robin, we see Robin and she's at that house that she's supposed to be, doing the rehab on, and that house is still far from finished. She's talking about, well, we're getting close. Girl, you don't have a kitchen count. You don't have a cabinet for the kitchen in there. You don't have toilets. Like, you don't have, you have not, like, what do you have? And I can still see, like, from the, with the electricity, I can still see the wires hanging. You ain't got shit. Talking about you almost finished. What the fuck you almost finished with? What the fuck are you almost finished with? Nothing at all. Like, I swear to God, when it comes to Robin, I don't know why Juan keeps giving her money to invest in all kind of shit. Like, season 1, when she was talking about that they lost money with a friend, I thought it might have been Juan's idea, but looking at it now, I'm like, nope, that was all Robin. It's almost like a get rich quick scheme that she has, but she doesn't put a lot of planning and she doesn't put a lot of thought behind it, and she just, runs with like the seat of her pants. Like, no. Like, Robin would be the last person on earth that I would give any money to and say invested in this. I wouldn't even give her money. If we weren't going in on a Ponzi scheme, I'd be like, you don't even touch the money. You don't do shit. You sit there, twiddle your thumbs, do whatever you got to do, but don't touch shit. Don't look at shit. Don't even think about money. Like, she just, And then she said that this is supposed to, once this is up and running and, once this is up and done, that this can help her relationship with Juan. I said, oh, the relationship that nobody gives a fuck about, but maybe you. Like, what the fuck? Juan, this is all we got to talk about? Okay, if you say so. All right, you guys, so next we'll move over to Miss Gizelle. So Gizelle, we see her, she's at her house, and her mama's in town from Houston. She's telling her mama about the trip to New Orleans. What else? She's starting to talk about her dad. She's like, girl, nope, you're not talking about your daddy. Next subject. So Gizelle told us that I think her parents were together for 35 years and I guess they divorced. And, she didn't really say much about it, but it is what it is. So then Gizelle tells her mother that, right now she's in a good space because she's going to counseling. I'm like, okay. If you say so, You that's on you. Don't care. So then Gizelle tells her mom that she found a house, and her mom's like, you did what? She said, yeah, I found a house. And she's talking about how it has to be rehabbed, and that's how she segued into Robin. Robin can do it. Unfortunately, Robin cannot do it. Robin is struggling. Robin is 10 months into a house that still looks like a piece of shit. But if that's what Robin want to do, let Robin do it. But god damn, like I said, Robin just would not. I just would not give her money to invest in shit at all. Like, swear to fucking God, I wouldn't. Damn, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next week for the BET Awards. I think I said what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do Claus and Real Housewives of Potomac, and then do. Fuck, that's gonna be 3 videos on Monday, but I'll get through it. So yeah. If Gizelle is basing, doing this rehabilitation house on what Robin is doing, I would run for the border, run for the hills, run for something, because it might not happen. So then we see Gizelle later in the episode. She goes to Chris Bassett's restaurant, and then she beat Candace there. She was like, is your wife here? He's like, nope, I thought she was with you. She said, nah, she ain't with me, but she's late. So then, they go sit down and, she started eating some of the food. So then Candace does show up. So, Candace and, Gizelle start talking about Monique's rainbow party that she had. And I'll get into that in a few minutes about Monique's rainbow party. So, she's talking about what happened at the rainbow party because Giselle did not go to the rainbow party. And I'll explain when I talk about Monique why Giselle did not go to the party. So, she's talking about the party. Then she's talking about how, Monique gave the opportunity for someone to, gave this opportunity for anybody who's had a miscarriage to get up and, tell their story. And then she talks about Ashley. And at this point, I don't know why Candace is so fixated on Ashley. Like, I know Ashley has done her shit. Like, I'm not knocking what Ashley has done, but I don't get why Candace is harping on it as much as she is. It's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, if we've been honest with one another. So then, she was talking about how Ashley, started talking. She started crying in her throat, in her voice, like New York when she was on that show, the first 15 or something like that. Next 15 or whatever that show was, when she said it's an inside cry because they said she didn't have any tears, and New York said it's an inside cry. That's what Ashley was doing, having an inside cry. And she's like, well, did Michael cry? She said, I don't know what Michael did because Michael wasn't there. Which, and I'm gonna talk about all this in a few minutes. So then, while we're talking about Monique's rainbow party, Candace has to mention what happened in New Orleans because Giselle talked about New Orleans. It's like, speaking of New Orleans, she said when they was in New Orleans that Monique called Katie Amistad because when she first met Katie, she was prim and proper, but now she looked, and she said she looks like she acts like Ashley, which that's not really necessarily a good thing that she acts like Ashley. But she said that, and Giselle was like, so now she thinks she look like a slave. I'm like, oh my God, Giselle, you take the littlest thing and turn it into nothing. I don't think she meant anything negative about the fact that she looked like Amistad. Like, I don't think that was to be taken so lightly. Like, oh God. But Candace should have kept her fucking mouth closed. That's what she should have did, was shut the fuck up with the bullshit. Like, just keep your mouth glued together. Put your top and your bottom lip together and shut the fuck up. Like, that's all you should have did. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about Monique. Oh God damn. Oh God. So you guys, so I'm watching Watch What Happens Live and I'm late. So somebody called in and asked Candace the question about Karen's wigs, talking about how jacked up they were. Oh, I was not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. But yeah, Monique. So with Monique, she is back in Potomac. And she's doing this rainbow party that she was having. And we see it 4 hours before her party, and we saw Giselle, and Giselle was cooking some food, like some soup, and she was taking it to her daughter who had a fever. So then Giselle calls Robin and tells her, hey, I'm not gonna be able to go to Monique's party, but I don't really want to call Monique and tell Monique that. And I know why she said that, because it might look like Giselle is saying, hey, I don't want to come to your party because she's using her daughters as an excuse. So I definitely get that part. But then Robin says, well, I'm not going either. I'm like, well, why the fuck are you not going? Like, you not going? Like, what the fuck? But you'll probably be late any fucking way, so whatever. So then we see 3 hours before the baby shower, and I think we were at Candace and Chris's house, and Chris was talking about Candace being on time. So then we see the party. We see Ashley and Michael show up. We saw Candace, and we saw Ashley and Michael. They were there, and they were civil with Monique. And we see Karen and Ray show up as well. And both of those, the Darbys and Hugers both spoke to one another. So then at the party, Monique releases doves, and I'm like, ugh. First of all, those doves are like they might have been in that cage for a minute, and I could have sworn when one of them flew out, I'm like, I think I saw that bird take a shit. But so then Monique's mother-in-law, she's there, and she wants to get on the microphone. I'm like, oh shit, what's she about to say? I got that heifer together. I got that heifer together, didn't I? Or I beg your pardon. Like, I love Chris's mom, but so basically what it is, in a nutshell, she apologized to Monique. And also, side note, Monique's mom was there, and Monique's mom looked like they about the same fucking age. I'm like, God damn, her mama look good. So, so then we see Candace and Chris. They show up late. So then we see, Michael and Ashley talking about, their miscarriage. And, he was like, so, if once we get pregnant again, we should definitely celebrate the next baby. Kind of like what Monique is doing with her baby, with Chris. And then we have Karen talking and to Monique and to Ray. And, Monique is just talking, not Monique, but, Karen is just in her, feeling, in her feelings. And rightfully so, because she sees Chris's parents there, and also she sees Monique's parents there, but she sees Chris's dad there, who could be around the same age as her dad, or a Ray's age or anybody's age. But she just feels, she's just like, her dad is not there, and she wishes he was there, which I agree with that. I know what she's going through, so I'm not gonna say, I can't say anything bad about it. And Monique is like, this is just basically a celebration of life, which I like that. So then Monique, she tells her, what a rainbow baby is, and she gives, some of the women there, or men, who've had miscarriages a chance to tell their story. And Ashley, she tells her story. So then Ashley pulls Karen to the side and tells Karen that, she just wants to work on, a better relationship with those two. And she tells Karen that she would like for them to go out. And Karen's like, I'm not quite sure about that. I'll have to think about that, Ashley. But then, she agrees to go out with Ashley. So I'm like, cool. We ain't got to talk about it no more. Can we please move the fuck on? Can Ashley just grow? I just want Ashley to grow up and just stop doing the stupid bullshit that she does. That's all I want. All right, you guys. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Ashley. So we see Ashley, she and Michael, they go to a doctor to get checked out. Ashley's wondering if it's her, that they're the reason that I guess that they can keep a baby when she can conceive. She just can't carry the baby to full term. So she's wondering if it might be her. But then the doctor's like, well, we need to take, a sample of Michael's sperm. She's like, oh, well, we've gotten pregnant before. It's just we've had miscarriages. And then we find out something interesting about Ashley, that she had a miscarriage when she was 19 years old. She got pregnant. She didn't plan on getting pregnant, but she did miscarry that baby. I'm like, kind of interesting to see a softer side of Ashley. It's kind of odd to see a softer side of Ashley. I don't like it, because it makes me kind of feel a little bit bad for Ashley, and I just don't care for Ashley. But I mean, it's nice to see a softer side to her. So then, we see her when she and Karen, they go to a spiritual healer. So the spiritual healer, she was a little bit off, talking about she likes to hug. And then she hugged them, and she's like, when you hug people, you stop breathing. I'm like, what? Who said that? So she says, you hug and you, like you at a doctor's office when they put the stethoscope on, you breathe in, deep breath out. Breathe in, deep breath out. Okay, I'm gonna go to your back. Breathe in, hold it, deep breath out. Like, she was weird, like really weird. I would have been like, enough with the hugging, sister girl. You got to let me go, please and thank you. So, on top of her being an intuitive, I'm like, oh my God, one more intuitive. Mbele from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then the medium or whatever, the intuitive from Married to Medicine, Los Angeles. Like, how many more intuitives do we have left? Like, really? But she tells them that on top of her being intuitive, she's a medium. And then she's like, well, Karen, your dad has been here. And he's like, baby girl, you got it. I'll have to just catch myself, because I'm like, if it was me, I would have been pissed off, because Karen never said anything about her dad. So and you know what? It's possible she could have said something about her dad, because it could have been there for a minute at a time. So, but just from what Bravo showed us, it just felt like it came out of nowhere, and it just kind of weirded me out. And I just don't believe in, personally, I don't believe in mediums. I don't believe in intuitives. I don't believe in any of them. If they, say that they have a higher power, that's fine and dandy. I don't believe in it. You can tell me that you're talking to my loved ones. I'm not gonna believe you. You can say something, you can say anything to me. I'm just not going to believe anything that you say, unfortunately. Just not. But you guys, and then the last thing of the episode. So Ashley just talking about how she wants to have a baby, and it's she's kind of fearful that because Michael is in his 60s and he's not getting any younger, so she's just a little bit fearful about, I guess, losing him, I guess you would say. So that's why she wants the baby to have something left over from, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't quite understanding what she was saying, but Karen's like, girl, don't worry about that. Like, Ray was 50 when we had Raven, and she made him feel younger. So do not, don't let that bother you. You are good, girl. You're good. So you guys, that was Real Housewives of Potomac. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys in a few minutes just for Claus. So stick around for that.